implement is look for 1% adjustments, 1% adjustments, not 100% adjustments. So those 1% adjustments over time, I think about Warren Buffett and all those, they were making 1% adjustments and all of a sudden they're uber rich.
Building foundational wealth. Let's talk about that still process. Talk to us a little bit about what that is.
Yeah, so I think about this in some of what you guys do and what we do, right? Is the world is in chaos, right? And you look at our tax code, right? Trying to figure out the tax code and why the heck do we need so many people and even a whole industry to figure out how to pay the government, right? I mean, that's really what it is, right? It's confusing. That's our world. It's confusing, haphazard, anxious, overwhelming, and stressful. That's chaos, confusing, haphazard, anxious, overwhelming, and stressful. And I think that is by design to siphon money away from us, right? And the people that have a plan or a strategy are usually the ones that win. And the ones that are putting their head in the sand, not thinking through things, is the ones that are losing, and they're wondering, why is this happening? I'm like, well, no, you're in the chaos, right? And so what we have to do is take a step back. And I'm a person of faith, so it comes from my faith background. Overflow was our coffee shop. This is a still method, and it's setting your sights. You have to be still. You have to kind of go in a quiet place and set your sights. What do you want? Like I forget what the song is, but tell me what you want, what you really, really want kind of idea. Most people don't even know what they want. Most business owners don't, because they're on the treadmill and running, or hamster wheel, right? And they need to set their sights. What kind of business do they want? What kind of parent do they want to be? What kind of financial foundation do they want? All those kind of things. Set your sights. Then it's track your in and out. You don't just have a goal, you have to track it, right? And this is where the budgeters, people are like, yeah, but you're budgeting, you're restricting me. I'm like, well, restricting is important, right? So tracking. Then it's inspect your progress. You don't just say, oh, I'm doing all the things. You inspect and say, okay, what tweaks do I need to make? When you go to the gym, you might make a few tweaks, right? And then that's implement. It's look for 1% adjustments, 1% adjustments, not 100% adjustments. So those 1% adjustments over time, I think about Warren Buffett and all those, they were making 1% adjustments and all of a sudden they're uber rich. But 1% for him is a big difference for, you know what I mean? It's all subjective, right? 1% adjustments, not the big things, not the home runs, but the base hits, right? And then live deliberately. This is kind of the thing I think about is having estate plans, doing those things, putting the pieces in place, living deliberately, and then you do it all over again. And this is a still method is something that is a practice. It's almost like a spiritual practice. And I never said anything about products. I never said anything about taxes. It's you doing that thing, and the answers and questions may change a little bit over time. Right.
I find this to be true.